Hey guys, during this video I'm going to talk about phenylpiracetam and more specifically really just compare it to modafinil. I've made phenylpiracetam videos and I've mentioned that it is a similar drug in the context of you would take phenylpiracetam for those emergencies when you're sleep deprived, maybe you're a little bit jet lagged, you're just essentially below baseline in terms of your cognitive abilities. I've been recently playing around with phenylpiracetam and modafinil for those purposes, and I'm noticing that I like a little bit of both of them in combination. There are things that modafinil does which phenylpiracetam really doesn't, and vice versa, and the same applies to phenylpiracetam. Phenylpiracetam, this is a central nervous stimulant, and you can really feel like the physical effects. Your whole body, you just feel more energetic. Like, don't be surprised if you just want to if after ingestion, maybe 6 hours later, you want to randomly go for a run. It's happened to me a few times. So what I like about phenylpiracetam is I like the, essentially like the physical feeling you get from it. It's similar to when you just take a nap like midday, you'll notice not only it fights off mental fatigue, but you as well do feel a little bit more energized, right? Again, let's not forget that phenylpiracetam, I believe, was banned in the Olympics, so it's strong that way. If you're a fitness person, you can probably lift a lot more weight using it. And the other thing I like about phenylpiracetam is it does elicit some sort of euphoria, whereas modafinil, really just cognitively speaking, you have like stable levels of energy, but you don't get the physical energy. To just like want to get up and go somewhere, for instance, right? That level of that level of motivation itself. But with modafinil, what you do get is, I just feel like your thoughts are a little bit more organized. You're not overstimulated, and you can just intelligently decide what needs to be doing, where do I need to focus my attention. Whereas phenylpiracetam is just like kind of like a machine gun. You kind of do feel all over the place, kind of like a loose cannon, unless you just take a time out every here and there, right? Overall, I would recommend phenylpiracetam, just giving it a shot in any case. 100 milligrams to 150 milligrams. Take it under the tongue with water, empty stomach, in the morning. That's how I typically do it. If you take it too late in the day, it will definitely keep you up. But that's my take on it. Again, this is phenylpiracetam. I love this stuff. It is absolutely phenomenal. Don't be surprised if you have one of the most productive days of your life. Although, just pay attention to the fact that you need to be measuring it objectively. It's very easy to take nootropics and think that you've had a very, very productive day, thinking that you've got a lot done. But if you go and look at the metrics, did you really do what you needed to do? If you're a student, have you read those chapters, right? If you're in sales, have you made those phone calls? Have you booked the appointments, right? So it's all about just measuring objectively, and I'm liking phenylpiracetam a lot right now just for those two things I mentioned, the physical stimulation and the little bit of euphoria. And what's great about it, again, is you can take it with other newts. If you take adaptogens like me, I take a lot of adaptogens just to fight off stress. Those essentially, you can, of course, have them together. It's not like there's a synergistic effect or anything, but there's no like negative interaction, so to speak. But be careful with phenylpiracetam. It's not like the other racetams that you can dose every single day. People do very often report that they experience withdrawals. But hope that was helpful, guys. If there's anything you'd like me to maybe review in a future video, then let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Cheers.